Not everything is sunshine and rainbows when you're doing real estate virtually. And in this video, I'm going to break down a deal that we got paid a little bit over $16,000, but it was an incredible mess. And I just want to recap this so that you are prepared. And this deal could have very easily just failed because we do set the right expectations whenever we're doing our novation, equity protection novation. We set the seller up with the right expectations, right? So we go ahead first and typically talk a cash number or try to get an asking price. A good way to get an asking price out of a seller that's just shopping around, you just very bluntly say, listen, I'm not here to play. The price is right. Ideally, we would buy for $1, you would sell for $1 million. What is it that actually you need so that you can actually move on, right? That is kind of like our favorite way to push back on that hidden objection. Like, you told me your price. If they're not going to give you a price at all, just be aware that one, they may not be motivated, or they're still going to shop you around. And of course, you can always price anchor them, right? Like, hey, listen, I'm seeing that this house over here sold as is, probably bigger than yours, maybe a little bit nicer than yours, sold for this much. And we don't know what sort of concessions, what sort of work they had to do to actually get close. Anyways, I digress. So on this video, I want to recap the fact that we were able to go ahead and get a deal closed that pretty much seemed impossible to close. And it's because it was an older home. So this was an inherited home. We bought it. Obviously, we contracted sight unseen. And we let the seller know, listen, this is like a tough area because it has like no activity. It's not going to be 30 days. It's not going to be 45 days. It may take about 3 to 4 months. And we are going to go ahead and find an end buyer. We want to help them get financed so that we can get you as much as possible. Okay. So that's how that pitch goes. But a few things came about on this deal. One, they couldn't find the septic. So we literally had to get a utility bill from the seller and the company stating like, hey, there's actually water going and there's drainage on the house. Second, a bunch of repairs were required because the buyer was FHA. There was no other buyers. It's not like we have the ability to, freaking pick. Like, there's no buyers around here, right? And so we had to just go with what we got, the only offer that we had, just negotiate what we could and move along. The third piece, which was the biggest piece, is there was a total of 3 appraisal re-inspections. 3 appraisal re-inspections. Okay, one for the septic, for like some drainage and electrical work, some rotten wood. I mean, this just went on and on and on and on. Luckily, the buyer's agent that I was working with was an absolute pleasure. Shout out to Miss Angela to work with. And her buyer was a very motivated buyer that wanted this. So you need, as a virtual real estate investor doing these transactions, you need to set the right expectations from the start with your sellers. And you need to understand that mortgage, government-backed mortgage products are just going to be stricter. VA, FHA, and ideally you get a good buyer's agent that can work with you on these items, have their connections, have their network, so that you can actually get to the closing table. So not everything is sunshine and rainbows. Not everything is easy to transact. Some of them are tougher than others. Typically, the less you make, the more you work. I don't know why that is. I don't know, and people that are in the business can definitely attest to this. The more you work, less you make pretty much. The easiest deals are the ones that are just bangers and are just like super easy. And you're like, that actually closed? Okay. So anyways, make sure you smash that subscribe button, trying to grow the channel, click a like, and make sure if you're serious about getting your next or first virtual real estate deal, I'm pouring my soul into our Wi-Fi Flips University. You can get a free trial in there. Got courses, community, coaching, Q&A, just surround yourself with like-minded people. So take a look at it at Wi-Fi Flips University in school. All right. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Let me know what sort of questions you have. We'd love to do a follow-up video on this. Take care.